You are very important to me, but
Johnny from 90 Day Fiancé allegedly cheated on Ella with another woman.
I just hope she doesn't think I have less love than her.
But the story gets even crazier because Ella's reaction to Johnny's affair is unbelievable, and where these two stand now is just flat out crazy. So according to an inside source, Johnny did something pretty shocking this summer. In July, he finally made it to Idaho, and he and Ella met for the first time, and this was obviously a huge moment in their relationship. But then, for some reason, Johnny decided to ruin it all by leaving Ella for another woman. While he was in the US, Johnny took a trip to Arizona to visit this other woman, and that's insane. I mean, he was in Idaho seeing Ella, but then he left her to also meet up with another woman, and Ella apparently begged him not to go to Arizona, which means that she knew about his plans. So did he actually tell her that he was going to Arizona to meet another woman? Why did he think that was a good idea? I guess maybe he didn't really want to lie to Ella, but I feel like he really shouldn't have even considered going in the first place. The fact that he went after he told Ella about it and after she begged him not to go is just crazy. I mean, I really don't understand what he was thinking, but it gets even more insane because, like I said, he went to Arizona despite Ella's wishes, but when he came back, he reportedly immediately realized that it was a mistake, and he supposedly started saying that he shouldn't have gone to Arizona, and he even admitted that he felt bad, which makes me wonder what the heck happened in Arizona. Now, allegedly, Johnny said that he wasn't intimate with the other woman, but Ella supposedly found that really hard to believe, which is pretty understandable, and I would also find it very hard to believe too, because he went to Arizona to see this other woman, and then he came back and said that he felt bad about the whole thing, which, that to me sounds like he probably has something to feel guilty about. So even though he denied getting intimate with that woman, I'm not really sure if I believe that, especially based on everything else we know about the situation and the woman herself. So according to In Touch, a source said that Johnny met this woman through Instagram, and apparently she was a fan of him, and they started talking, and they allegedly even video chatted, and Johnny also supposedly sent her money. So what exactly were his intentions there? Because it doesn't sound like he was just trying to build an innocent friendship with this woman. I mean, sending her money seems like a pretty big deal. So even if they weren't intimate once he visited her in Arizona, I'm not sure it matters all that much, because it does feel like that the intention to cheat on Ella was there either way, and I feel like he definitely at least cheated on Ella emotionally, if not physically, and it's not like Johnny was just talking to this one woman either. According to an insider, there were several other women that Johnny talked to online while he was in a relationship with Ella, and one person on Reddit even confirmed this, because they said that they got a message from Johnny too, and he asked for their pictures, but when the Reddit user asked him if he had a girlfriend, Johnny just stopped responding. And all of this seems extremely suspicious, and obviously we don't have any official proof of this, but it does seem like either way, Johnny really messed up with Ella, and reportedly the whole Arizona trip put a strain on their relationship, and now Ella is apparently convinced that Johnny just doesn't care about her, and the source who spoke to In Touch about this even agreed with it, that according to them, Johnny doesn't really value Ella, and that's what makes this next piece of information that we got even more insane, because despite all of this, Ella is allegedly still trying to work things out with Johnny, and you would think this would be the end of their relationship, but I mean, clearly, Johnny doesn't actually respect her or their relationship, but for some reason, Ella is supposedly not ready to give up, and an insider said that she still plans to visit Johnny in February, despite the fact that he literally showed her that he had a backup plan with another woman. It's clear that Ella was hurt by his actions, and she probably should leave him, but it looks like there might be a couple of reasons why she's willing to stick it out. So for one, even though Johnny potentially cheating on Ella is horrible, it's not like something like that has not happened in their relationship before, because even though Johnny is the one facing all the backlash right now, Ella was actually the first one who cheated in their relationship, and in a March 2022 episode of the show, she admitted that she'd been intimate with another man, and her excuse for what she did was honestly insane. So she said that she needed physical attention, so she called over a friend, and it just sort of happened, and she obviously got a ton of backlash for that, and she became the villain in their relationship, and people started saying that Johnny should just break up with her, and now the tables have turned, and Johnny is the one facing a lot of online criticism, and this might kind of all explain why Ella is willing to work on things. I mean, first of all, she might feel like it would be hypocritical of her not to give Johnny another chance since she cheated on him first. But second of all, Johnny now supposedly really understands what the whole situation was like for her, and he now knows what it's like to be in the spotlight as a villain, and according to an insider, this might be a factor in why Ella isn't about to leave Johnny, because she probably feels like they're more equal now, and she's supposedly determined to just focus on their future. So I guess that's a fairly healthy attitude to have, but at the same time, I'm not sure that anything about their relationship is actually healthy at all. For one, there were rumors that Ella never actually even cheated on Johnny, and that the whole thing was just created for the show, and if that's true, then she and Johnny are not exactly equal right now, which makes me question her decision to stay with him. But then there's also the question of why Johnny is still trying to work things out with Ella. I mean, does he genuinely regret his actions, or did he realize that staying with Ella was likely his best bet? Well, someone on Reddit pointed out that his relationship with her might be the best way for him to get a shot at getting a visa, because he's known Ella for longer than the other women. So the woman from Arizona might not be as invested as Ella is, and maybe he realized that once they met up, and that's what made him run back to Ella and say that he felt bad. But if this theory is true, then he's definitely just using her, which really is not fair to Ella. And then again, it's not like she doesn't have any flaws. Honestly, in a lot of ways, these two are kind of perfect for each other because they clearly have a lot of issues, but it does seem to be working for them enough. And even if Johnny might just be with Ella so that he can get a green card, and even if Ella might mainly be with Johnny because she has a thing for Asian men, obviously their relationship isn't ideal, but I guess if it works for them, that's truly what matters. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts on Johnny's trip to Arizona? Do you think he was intimate with the other woman? My biggest question is, what is going on with Johnny's son? Because he had that son that he was taking care of, and his two parents that he was also kind of taking care of. And it's like, if he comes to the States, what's going to happen to them? Where are they going to go? And I guess also, too, is Johnny actually going to come to the States? It's $1 million question. I guess the other thing, too, is, at this point, are Ella and Johnny going to be able to work things out? It's a pretty crazy story. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below.